382 3/4. September oats finished today 3 1/4 cents on the plus side at 387 3/4 cents. Your local cash grain bids in St. Joseph: yellow corn 425 to 430, white corn at 476, soybeans 1034 to 1054. In Atchison, yellow corn 435 to 438, soybeans at 1014 to 1024, hard wheat at 481, soft wheat at 491. Kansas City truck bids: yellow corn 437 to 440, white corn at 486, soybeans 1054 to 1074, hard wheat at 541, soft wheat at 556, sorghum at $3.29. That's your closing grain markets on KFEQ. I'm Nathan Stigley.
United States Deputy Sheriff's Association is America's largest non-governmental provider of services to law enforcement. For more information or to see how you can help, please visit usdeputy.org.
All Vietnam-era veterans, the City of St. Joseph and the St. Joseph Community Alliance invite you to be honored at the Vietnam-era commemoration ceremony Monday, July 14th, 10 a.m. at Word of Life Church. If you served between 1955 and 1975, register today at stjosephmo.gov or call 816-271-4680. Let us give you the thanks you deserve.
RPG came through the belly of the aircraft. We don't talk about the female combat wounded. These are daughters and sisters and our mothers. Wounded Warrior Project came in and taught me how to stand back up and get back in the fight. The truth is, I think we all have the strength inside of us. Until you're tested, you just don't know what's there.
See how Wounded Warrior Project empowers women veterans like that by visiting WoundedWarriorProject.org. Empower women vets.
Moving Day, a walk for Parkinson's,
Stay open.
is happening around the country this spring. More than just a walk, Moving Day is a fun experience that unites the community in the fight against Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's doesn't stop, and neither will we. So let's get moving. Join the Parkinson's Foundation to learn more and register for an event in your area at movingdaywalk.org. That's movingdaywalk.org. Did you know that heart transplants don't last a lifetime, and the average is 17 years? 1 in 4 children face a chance of meeting another within 5 years. Enduring Hearts is the only nonprofit dedicated to funding research that helps kids with heart transplants live longer, healthier lives. Enduring Hearts has funded research in the leading institutions across North America, and we will not give up. Please join our mission to save lives and consider donating today. Visit EnduringHearts.org.
Medicaid and SHIP offer free or low-cost health coverage for children and teens. Hospital and doctor visits, prescriptions, shots, and more are covered. That's peace of mind for parents if a child is sick or gets injured. And parents may now be eligible for Medicaid too, even if they've applied in the past. Enrollment is always open. Visit InsureKidsNow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Graham, President Trump expected to sign his newly passed tax cut and spending bill at the White House tomorrow.
Point after point, biggest tax cut in history, great for security, great on the southern border. Immigration is covered. We covered just about everything.
The House passing the measure that contains much of his economic agenda. Democrats warning cuts to Medicaid could result in millions losing their health insurance. More Americans expected to travel this Independence Day weekend than according to AAA. Marie McNichol.
This year, about 1 million more travelers are heading out the door. Breaking records, over 72 million people will be hitting the roads and skies. Gas prices are the lowest they've been since 2021, according to the travel company.
Nationwide average per gallon of regular is at $3.16. America is listening to Fox News. Since 1923, 680 KFEQ. Welcome back to The Ramsey Show, where we help you win with your money, win in your work, and win in your relationships. I'm Ken Coleman. Jay Morshaw is with me. 888-825-5225 is the phone number to jump in. Let's get back to the phones. Chris is there in Columbus, Ohio. Chris, how can we help today?
How you guys doing today?
We're doing great. What's going on?
Well, straight to the point, I got into some credit card
debts.
How much?
I'm about 50,000. 50,000.
Yay. What happened?
Yeah.
That's a lot. What took place?
It is. So, all right, well, 2021, I bought a house. Went into it having a little bit of credit card debt. What I didn't realize is when buying a house, there's stuff that needs help. I went in like, maybe $8,000 credit card debt. And had it sitting on a 0% balance transfer. I wasn't that worried, and it was great. I still think the house was a good investment. We got in sub 3% on the interest rate, and value's gone up by like 25%. But the cost of ownership, the cost of owning the house, a lot of times that just fell to the credit cards.
Yeah.
Was that because, so the question I have, is that because you didn't have any margin in your paycheck when it came to everything else, and so any kind of house repairs or all that was just a squeeze on you? Or was it because you had a new house and you're all excited, you guys wanted to start doing some projects and you didn't have the cash for it, so you thought, well, we'll just put it on the card? Was it that? Some of both? What were we talking about?
A little bit of both. I mean, so, I got young boys. They are, when we moved in here, they were 8 and 6. And, man, that's really the perfect time to build a tree house in the backyard. So, where that went to the credit card.
Okay.
We had a half bath downstairs, and I'm pretty handy. I can do a lot of stuff myself. So,
Well, what percentage of your,
it's easy to...
what do you take home every month? What's your take home pay between you and your wife?
So I'm making about $100 a year, and that's just because of the new position that I've taken this year. Last year, and when I bought the house, I was making about 85.
And what's your take home pay? What do you see on your check every month?
Let's see, I make 13 and change every week.
Every week, 1,300.
Yes.
Okay, and then what percent? How much is your mortgage?
2,400 with taxes.
Okay.
So 5,200 and a half, right?
Yeah. So that's a little bit. Tell me again. I'm sorry. Ken said something. Tell me again what your
How's that feel like a truck?
2,400. Okay, I think that's where some of the problem is, because you're getting really close to that being half of your take-home pay.
Yeah. It very much is.
And so that's where we get into this. So, I mean, think about it like this, and I don't think people take enough time to think about these ratios. We say, all right, your mortgage should be no more than 25% of your take-home. So there's 25 there. If you're a giving person, you're probably doing around 10% there. And then when it comes time to do your investing, you're doing 15% there. That's 50% right there. So if you mess around and your mortgage creeps up 25 more points, you're at 75% of your income and you haven't even done anything yet. So yeah, no wonder you would be going to credit cards, right? Because you haven't even bought groceries, you hadn't, taken a vacation, you've done nothing. So I think that what's really, really squeezing you is the mortgage. That's probably thing one. And then if you're not on a really tight budget, then this money just disappears. Are you guys doing an every dollar budget?
We're very good about budget.
Okay.
We're both emotional people, and so occasionally do have some impulse purchases that take us outside of that budget.
And you're aware of it?
Creeping up, we're getting a lot. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what it might be for you guys...
The no spend months.
Okay. So, but that's not sustainable. So what it might be for you guys, it's one of two things. The first thing is, if we know that we're on a tight budget, and we knowingly say, we can't afford this, but we're going to put it on the credit card. We're going to put it on the credit card. We're going to do that.